The T-90M Proryv is one of Russia's most modern main battle tanks and has played an important role in the Ukraine war. Developed as the latest upgrade of the T-90 series, this tank was designed to improve survivability, firepower, and battlefield awareness. When Russia launched its invasion of Ukraine in 2022, the T-90M quickly appeared on the battlefield. Compared to older Russian tanks such as the T-72 or T-80, the T-90M features advanced armor protection, modern optics, and improved targeting systems. One of the most important features of the T-90M is its relic explosive reactive armor. This armor helps protect the tank against anti-tank missiles and rocket-propelled grenades. The tank also includes a modern fire control system that allows it to accurately engage targets while moving. The main weapon of the T-90M is a powerful 125mm smoothbore cannon capable of firing armor-piercing shells, high-explosive rounds, and even guided anti-tank missiles. This versatility allows the tank to engage enemy vehicles, fortified positions, and infantry units. Another improvement is the upgraded engine that gives the tank better mobility across rough terrain. In the Ukraine war, mobility has been critical because both sides often fight across muddy fields, forests, and damaged roads. The T-90M also features improved digital communication systems, allowing better coordination between tanks, infantry, and drones. Modern warfare increasingly relies on networked communication, and Russia has attempted to integrate these capabilities into its newest armored vehicles. However, the war has also revealed the vulnerabilities of modern tanks. Ukrainian forces have used anti-tank missiles, artillery, and drones to target Russian armored vehicles, including the T-90M. Despite its advanced design, the T-90M has still faced significant battlefield challenges. The conflict has shown that even modern tanks must operate carefully when faced with modern anti-tank weapons and drone surveillance. Still, the T-90M remains one of the most capable armored vehicles in Russia's arsenal and represents the latest evolution of Soviet-era tank design adapted for modern warfare. The BM-30 Smerch is one of the most powerful rocket artillery systems used by Russian forces in the Ukraine war. Designed during the Soviet era, this system was built to deliver massive firepower over large areas. Unlike traditional artillery guns, the Smerch fires rockets rather than shells. These rockets can travel distances of up to 90 kilometers, depending on the type used. Mounted on a heavy military truck chassis, the Smerch carries 12 large rocket tubes. When fired in rapid succession, these rockets can saturate an entire battlefield with explosive force. In the Ukraine war, rocket artillery has played a major role. Systems like the Smerch allow Russian forces to strike enemy positions, supply depots, and defensive lines from long distances. Each rocket can carry different types of warheads, including high-explosive fragmentation or cluster munitions. This versatility makes the system effective against both military infrastructure and troop formations. One key advantage of the Smerch is its ability to deliver rapid, overwhelming firepower. A single salvo can hit multiple targets across a wide area within seconds. However, rocket artillery systems also have limitations. They are less precise than guided missiles or modern precision artillery. Because of this, they are usually used to strike large targets or defensive zones rather than individual vehicles. During the Ukraine war, both sides have relied heavily on artillery and rocket systems. Russia has used systems like the Smerch to support ground offensives and weaken Ukrainian defensive lines. Despite being developed decades ago, the BM-30 Smerch remains one of the most powerful rocket artillery systems still in active service today. The Ka-52 Alligator is one of Russia's most advanced attack helicopters and has been widely used in the Ukraine war. Designed by the Komov Design Bureau, The Ka-52 features a distinctive coaxial rotor system, meaning it has two main rotors stacked on top of each other rather than a traditional tail rotor. This design gives the helicopter excellent maneuverability and stability, allowing it to operate effectively at low altitudes. The Ka-52 is heavily armed with a 30 cannon, anti-tank guided missiles, rockets, and air-to-air missiles. These weapons allow it to attack armored vehicles, defensive positions, and even enemy helicopters. During the Ukraine war, attack helicopters like the Ka-52 have been used for close air support, helping ground forces during combat operations. One of the helicopter's key features is its advanced targeting system. The Ka-52 can detect and track enemy vehicles from long distances, allowing pilots to launch guided missiles before entering dangerous areas. Another unique feature is the ejection seat system, which is extremely rare for helicopters. In an emergency, explosive charges remove the rotor blades before the pilot and co-pilot eject safely. However, helicopters also face serious risks in modern warfare. Portable air defense systems and anti-aircraft weapons can threaten even advanced aircraft. Despite these challenges, the Ka-52 remains one of the most recognizable and powerful attack helicopters used by Russian forces during the Ukraine conflict. The Iskander-M is one of Russia's most advanced tactical missile systems. It has been used during the Ukraine war to strike strategic targets such as command centers, airfields, and ammunition depots. Mounted on a mobile launcher vehicle, the Iskander system can fire short-range ballistic missiles capable of traveling hundreds of kilometers. These missiles move at extremely high speeds and follow unpredictable flight paths, making them difficult to intercept. The Iskander missile system was designed to replace older Soviet tactical missiles and provide Russia with a modern precision strike capability. In the Ukraine conflict, the system has been used to target important infrastructure and military facilities. The TOS, One-Essence-Pyok, is one of the most unusual and powerful rocket artillery systems used by Russian forces. Unlike traditional rocket launchers designed for long-range bombardment, the TOS 1A was created specifically for destroying heavily fortified positions. The system is built on a tank chassis, giving it strong armor protection and the ability to operate close to the front lines. Mounted on top of the vehicle is a large launcher system containing multiple rocket tubes. These rockets are different from standard artillery rockets because they carry thermobaric warheads. Thermobaric weapons work by dispersing a cloud of fuel in the air and then igniting it. The resulting explosion produces a powerful pressure wave and extremely high temperatures. This type of weapon is particularly effective against bunkers, trenches, and buildings. Because the explosive effect spreads across enclosed spaces, thermobaric rockets can have a devastating impact on fortified positions. However, the TOS 1A has a shorter range compared to many other rocket systems. This means it must operate closer to the battlefield. To protect the vehicle and its crew, the TOS 1A uses heavy armor similar to that of a main battle tank. The launcher can fire a full volley of rockets within seconds, creating a massive explosion across the target area. During the Ukraine war, systems like the TOS 1A have been used in urban and defensive combat zones where heavily fortified positions are common. The psychological impact of such weapons can also be significant due to the intensity of the blast effect. However, operating close to the battlefield also means the system can be vulnerable to artillery, anti-tank weapons, or drones if detected. For this reason, the TOS 1A typically operates alongside other armored vehicles and infantry units. Despite these risks, the system remains one of the most powerful rocket artillery weapons in the Russian arsenal. Its unique thermobaric rockets make it particularly effective against hardened defensive positions. The Su-34 Fullback is one of Russia's most advanced strike aircraft and has been widely used during the Ukraine war. Developed from the earlier Su-27 fighter design, the Su-34 was specifically created for long-range strike missions and ground attack operations. Unlike traditional fighter jets that focus mainly on air-to-air combat, the Su Su-34 was designed primarily to attack ground targets. One of the most distinctive features of the aircraft is its side-by-side cockpit design. Instead of placing the pilot and navigator behind each other, both crew members sit next to each other in a wider cockpit. This layout improves communication between the crew during complex missions. The aircraft is powered by two powerful jet engines that allow it to reach high speeds and operate across long distances. Another important feature of the Su-34 is its large payload capacity. The aircraft can carry a wide variety of weapons, including guided bombs, unguided bombs, air-to-surface missiles, and air-to-air missiles. This flexibility allows the aircraft to perform multiple roles during combat operations. The Su-34 also features advanced navigation and targeting systems that help the crew identify and attack targets accurately. During the Ukraine War, strike aircraft like the Su-34 have been used to support ground forces by attacking defensive positions, supply routes, and military infrastructure. The aircraft can also operate at low altitudes to avoid radar detection before releasing its weapons. In addition to its strike capabilities, the Su-34 Healthy also includes electronic warfare systems designed to interfere with enemy radar and air defense systems. These systems increase the aircraft's chances of surviving in heavily defended airspace. However, modern warfare has made the skies increasingly dangerous for aircraft. Air defense systems and surface-to-air missiles pose a constant threat to strike aircraft operating near the front lines. Because of this, pilots must carefully plan their missions and often rely on electronic countermeasures to reduce the risk. Despite these challenges, the Su-34 remains one of the most capable strike aircraft used by Russian forces. Its long-range, heavy payload and advanced electronics make it a key element of Russia's air power. The S-400 Triumph is one of the most advanced air defense systems developed by Russia, designed to protect important military and strategic locations. The system is capable of detecting, tracking, and destroying a wide range of aerial threats. The S-4000 system was developed as an upgrade to earlier Soviet air defense platforms such as the S-300. It was created to counter modern aircraft, cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, and even stealth targets. One of the most important components of the S-40 is its powerful radar network. The system uses multiple radar units to scan the sky and detect incoming threats from long distances. Once a target is detected, the system can track multiple objects simultaneously and determine which ones pose the greatest threat. Another key feature of the SK-400 is its long-range missile capability. Depending on the missile type used, the system can engage targets at distances of up to 400 kilometers. The launchers themselves are mounted on large military trucks, allowing them to move quickly and deploy in different locations. Mobility is an important feature because it allows the system to relocate and avoid being targeted by enemy forces. During the Ukraine War, air defense has played a critical role on both sides. Systems like the S-400 are designed to create protective zones where enemy aircraft cannot safely operate. This concept is known as anti-access and area denial, meaning the system prevents enemy aircraft from entering or operating freely in a specific area. The S-400 uses several types of missiles designed for different targets and ranges. Some missiles are designed for long-range interception of aircraft, while others are optimized for shorter-range defense against fast-moving missiles. Because modern aircraft often rely on stealth technology and electronic countermeasures, air defense systems must constantly evolve. The S-40 represents one of the most advanced attempts to counter these threats. However, air defense systems also face challenges. Modern warfare increasingly includes drones, electronic warfare, and advanced missile technologies that attempt to overwhelm or bypass defensive systems. Even so, the ST-400 remains one of the most capable air defense systems currently in operation and plays an important role in protecting military assets and infrastructure. The Lancet loitering munition is one of the most widely discussed drone weapons used during the Ukraine War. Unlike traditional missiles or artillery shells, the Lancet is designed to act as both a drone and a weapon. Loitering munitions are sometimes referred to as kamikaze drones. These systems fly over the battlefield, searching for targets before diving into them and exploding. The Lancet drone was developed by Russian defense companies as a relatively lightweight but highly effective weapon. One of the main advantages of the Lancet is its ability to remain in the air for extended periods while searching for targets. Once a target is identified, the drone can be guided directly into it. This type of weapon is especially useful for attacking high-value targets such as artillery systems, radar stations, and armored vehicles. The drone is equipped with cameras that allow operators to observe the battlefield and guide the weapon toward its target. In modern warfare, drones have become extremely important because they provide real-time surveillance and precision strike capability. Compared to traditional missiles, loitering munitions can be more flexible because they can wait for the right moment to strike. During the Ukraine war, both sides have used drones extensively for reconnaissance and attack missions. The Lancet drone represents Russia's approach to integrating drone technology into battlefield operations. Another advantage of the system is its relatively small size, which makes it harder to detect with radar systems. However, drones are not invulnerable. Electronic warfare systems can interfere with their communications, and air defense systems can shoot them down. Despite these challenges, loitering munitions have become one of the most influential technologies in modern warfare. The use of systems like the Lancet highlights the growing role of unmanned systems on the battlefield.